Well, hello, fellow cretins and human beings. Jokers, dopers, general luckety mucks, muckety lucks. Anyway, in this hole, before I get into beekeeping, a swarm of bees ended up and people came over and grabbed it. And it was so fucking cool that I decided to get into beekeeping, which turned out to be one of the toughest things I've ever done. And I've done a lot of cool shit. It's usually chases away mediocrity. But anyway, beekeeping is one of the hardest things I've ever done. But anyway, last night, I was out there looking around at this old spot on my barn. Same spot that caught a swarm a bunch of years ago, 20 years ago. And I see a couple bees kind of poking around that hole. And I was like, those look like scouts. And this morning I come out here and lo and behold, boom, caught a colony of bees, man. Somebody near here had a swarm. Or there was a swarm somewhere. The scouts found that spot. Obviously, it must smell like an old queen still. They decided they liked it again. There they are. Colony of fucking native bees. Maybe native. They'll be feral by next year. So anyway, I'm going to insulate that side of the building. I'm going to insulate on the inside. I'll screw a piece of blue board up there probably in November. And I'll let it build up real good in the spring. And eventually, at some point, I'll pull that all apart and I'll stick them in a box and have a colony of bees. Or that, or just let them live in there. And harvest honey right out of there and take those two boards out right there on the right. Harvest my honey, put it back together again. Anyway, they're fucking cool, man. And I'm really, really honored to have them come and live at my house again. Honored. Anyway, there's a bunch of them. It must have been a pretty decent swarm. So it's really, really late. Maybe we have a month and a half or 2 months of good weather and they can actually build up enough. You know, but hopefully hopefully there's enough of them. That rain probably really helped we had. That should be a real help to get this, all the forage really jacked up for the next couple of weeks so they can get some protein in there and get some nectar in there and get some brood going, and I don't know. Maybe that'll work, like a little mini nuke or some shit. Little nucleus colony. Anybody that's kept bees will get that. Maybe that's a sign I need to keep some bees again. I'm keeping them whether I want to or not. Anyway, have a good one.